There are two versions of the Ten Commandments. One for the Catholics and those who follow them, and the other one in the Bible. The Bible version goes this way, and I wish I had some, but it's my fault. First commandment, thou shalt have no other gods before me. Second commandment, thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image. Third commandment, thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain. Fourth commandment, remember the Sabbath day. Now, that's also the way it appears in the Catholic Bible. But it is not from the Catholic Bible that Catholics give instruction. It is from the Catechism. You didn't hear me. Catholic instruction is not given chiefly from the Bible. It is given from a book called the Catechism. The latest version came out in 1994. I have one, so I can read and know what I'm talking about. In the Catechism, the commandments are different. Commandment 1, thou shalt have no other gods before me. Fine. Commandment 2 is, thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain. You know why? Because in the Catholic Catechism, the second commandment in the Bible is taken out, which says, don't make images and don't worship them. Because the Bible is so clear, thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them, don't make them. In every Catholic church, maybe Anglican, because Anglicans came from Catholics, you have images. And so the church removed the second commandment. So the Bible version, the second is images. In the Catholic Catechism, it's gone. So commandment 3 moves up to 2. Are you following me? Moves up to 2. So in the Catholic Catechism, 2 is, don't take God's name in vain. In the Catholic Catechism, 3 is, remember the Sabbath day. In the Bible, it's 4. In the Catholic Catechism, 4 is, honor thy father and thy mother. Follow me closely. Follow me closely. I have much more to say about the Catholic Church next week. I used to be one. Here are the first 4 in the Catholic Catechism. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Make no graven images. Don't take God's name in vain. Keep the Sabbath holy. Honor thy father and thy mother. That's the first 4. But Jesus is very clear when he divides the commandments into 2. The first commandment is love for whom? The first 4, love for God. The next 6, love for your fellow man. Follow me closely. In the Bible version, you have no gods before me. Fine. That's for God. No images. Good. That's for God. Don't take my name in vain. That's for God. Keep the Sabbath holy. That's for God. In the Catholic version, thou shalt have no other gods before me. That's for God, yes. Don't take my name in vain. That's for God. Remember the Sabbath. That's for God. And the fourth one is, honor thy father and thy mother. Their first table has father and mother on it, which is not in the Bible version. Are you following me? Now, who is the father spiritually of a Catholic? The Pope. Where is the Pope? On what table is the Pope? Table 1, which belongs to whom? God. You're not following me. You're not listening. Are you listening? Listen to me. The devil is slick and smart and clever. Let me say it again. The commandment that says, honor thy father and thy mother, in the Catholic mind, spiritually, the mother is the Pope. The father is the Pope. You know who the mother is? Mary. And on what side of the table are they? God's side. Now that is in direct opposition to the plainly spoken. And God needs a people who will say, that's wrong. That is wrong. No human being belongs where God belongs. The first 4 show love to God. The last 6 love to a fellow man. And they're all connected, yes. But Jesus says, this is the first commandment. You must love God above everything and everyone. And he says, if you love mother and father more than me, you're not worthy of me. In the Catholic version, mother and father are on God's side, and the whole world needs to see it. It's very plain, but no one sees it. And people just go along. I'll tell you something else. 8:10. In the Catholic Catechism, the third commandment is, remember the Sabbath day, keep it holy. I have a Catholic Catechism at home. I didn't bring it with me. Back in Michigan, I have it. It's called the Convert's Catechism. It's a simplified version for people who just joined the Catholic Church to teach them about what Catholics believe and get them ready for what they call baptism, but it's not baptism really, because they don't baptize. And they have a question and answer session under the section that deals with the commandments. You go online and check the Convert's Catechism, and it'll come up. Should come up. Which day is the Sabbath? The Catechism says Saturday. That's what it says. The next question is what? Can you guess? Why do we keep Sunday? The answer is we keep Sunday because the church transferred the solemnity from the seventh day to the first. We took the blessing from where God put it, and we put it on another day. That's what the Catechism says. Even though the Bible says, He hath blessed, and I cannot reverse it. Numbers 23, verse 20. My brothers and sisters, this is high-handed defiance of God. Now, I'm saying that to bring this to your mind. When the Catholics made the change, there were no Baptists around. Are you listening to me? There were no Lutherans. There were no Pentecostals. There were no whatever. There were no Adventists. Here came the Baptists, and they accepted Sunday. Which came from whom? The Catholic Church. Here come the Lutherans. They accepted Sunday. No fuss. Here come the Pentecostals in 1905 or 7. They accepted Sunday. So you understand why I say Baptist plus Catholic plus Lutheran is Catholic? All of them worshiping on Sunday are acknowledging the authority and the power of the Catholic Church. Makes no difference what they say, because not one of them can produce one text to defend Sunday as the day of worship or the Sabbath day. This Babylon is made up of all churches, particularly the one that led out in the change of God's law. A false system of worship. And the call of God in these last days is come out. Come out. Revelation 18 verse 4, and I heard another voice from heaven saying unto me, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and God hath remembered her iniquities. The missing piece, God's law. Any Bible teaching, put Bible in quotation marks, that minimizes the law of God must be avoided. Because the reason Christ died is because the law was broken. Are you listening to me? Let me say it again. Any Bible teaching that underestimates, minimizes, or tends to set aside the law of God is a dangerous teaching. Even if it comes from your mother, or your priest, or your prophet, as some people call themselves. So tonight, is this piece missing in your life? My brothers and sisters, one day every knee will bow and every tongue confess that God was always right. Those who confess then will be confessing too late. Let's confess now. There is a missing piece in most of the world, and it is the law of God.